Hello and welcome back. So today we are going to be going and testing the Col-lab Meet Your Matte Velvet Foundation. This is a matte foundation from Col-lab, which a bunch of YouTubers collaborated on. Coffee Break with Danny was with them for a while. She is no longer. Product comes with a nice pump. This is in the shade Porcelain. One thing I do find that I don't really like is shades aren't on the bottom or on the cap. It's on this like peelable sticker, but if you peel it to see the ingredients, it comes completely loose. And if you lose it, then you no longer have your shade. So that's something that's a little bit irritating. My skin has already been washed and prepped with NYX's Hydro Primer, which is on its last legs, but this is what we're going to use today. I'm going to be using the number 702 Heavenly Complexion brush from It Cosmetics on one side of my face, and then the other side will be the Flower Beauty sponge as usual. Seems to be sitting on top of my skin. Pretty noticeably. Sorry, I'm getting the mirror in the frame again. Still trying to work out the best way to go about filming, but we're getting there. It's a work in progress. So the coverage is, I would say, like a light medium. You can see I haven't applied anything. It does cancel out all my redness, but I don't have any really extreme skin concerns. The color match in here looks really, really good. We will see how it holds up in the sunlight. Need another pump. So I put a pump and a half out on my hand. The pump isn't like really hard to distribute the right amount of product, which is beneficial. Some pumps you just get whatever they decide to give you. Most matte foundations on me break down in my T-zone after making me look extremely dry the entire time I'm wearing them. This is obviously sitting like on top of my skin, but it's like sitting on top of my skin in a nice way. If that makes any sense. Like, it doesn't look bad, which is good. Next 2 days I will also be testing the radiant version as well as their skin tint. I wanted to test them all at the same time because a lot of the beauty gurus that collabed on this said that it works really well mixing the products, so I wanted to be able to test that when I'm testing all of these for my 2-week testing period. I feel like it would be an uneducated way to test it if I don't test it at least the way they recommend to do it. So it looks really, really good. It doesn't look bad. Like I said, it still does look like it's sitting on top of my skin, but it's covering all the redness. My pores are not in any way hidden. They're out to play, but it's not bad. I don't seem to have a really bad demarcation line in the inner corners like sometimes I get when colors don't match. And I'm thinking, at least on camera in here, under my lights, it doesn't look that bad, color match wise. Their shade range isn't that amazing, so that's always a downer, especially considering beauty insiders I would think would want to do more all-inclusive. It's not bad. See if it changes color on the dry down. So I'm gonna finish getting the rest of my face on and I will do a time check-in here in a minute.
So hopping on over to the Sally Beauty's website, we can pull up the Meet Your Matte Velvet Foundation by Col-lab. You get 1 fluid ounce, and that'll set you back $14.99 before tax. There are 10 shades, starting with 1 porcelain and going all the way up to 10 mocha, which 10 mocha is not very deep. I would describe mocha as one of those like deeper tan, and porcelain, which is a very pink toned shade, which is not that fair. According to their description, they say that it is a medium to full coverage foundation that provides a soft focus matte finish and is supposed to blur imperfections. It is velvety smooth, highly pigmented, which is supposed to blend effortlessly to create a soft focused effect on the skin that's perfectly matte, not flat. Blurs the look of I can't say imperfections. That's wonderful. It's supposed to blur the look of imperfections for a flawless airbrushed appearance. And again, they are restating that it is medium to full coverage with a modern matte finish. They say to apply it with the Col-lab angled foundation brush or their multitasking beauty blending sponge for a flawless finish. We ain't doing either of that. We're just gonna use what I got.
And we're back. So this is what we're working with today. If you take a really close look, you can see all my pores. It's not settling anywhere, which is really, really good. It did darken on the dry down, which you might be able to see when I go outside, but it doesn't seem to be oxidizing at all. On my face, I have the bronzer in Tranquil from Terry Miyahira. I did need to set it, and I set it with my Fit Me powder in 05 Fair. My blush is a combination of the How About Them Apples in Crisp and the birthday gift from Sephora in Party. On my eyes, I have the La Bamba palette and my Modern Minerals pigment in Leo. Keep like blinding you with the light. On my lips, I put Ex-Girlfriend from Urban Decay. Can we address the fact that the limited edition packaging is like rubbing away? What's the point of making pretty packaging if it doesn't stay pretty? Just saying. It is 9:25 right now. I'm gonna go do my daylight check-in and I will show you my stove, which is probably gonna be around 9:25. I don't expect it to be exactly 9:25 when I go out there, but after I do that, then I will go about my day and we'll see if this breaks up on me at any point. It just snowed and I know we were planning on playing outside with the kids, so we'll see if it holds up through that. Alright, see you guys in a second. According to the coffee pot, it is 9:32. And we're outside. So it looks very true to color, even though it darkened a little on the dry down. Ryan thinks it looks like skin. It feels very, very skin-like. It doesn't feel drying like most matte foundations, so we'll see how it wears. And I will check in with you guys if I can remember at least once before the end of the video, hopefully. Oh, and I promised you all snow. Look at it. Look at it. So much snow. Why did it decide to snow 3 weeks before the beginning of spring? Answer me that. Gigantic yawn. That's attractive. So it is now 10:24. The foundation has been on for 13 hours now because we put it on at 9:30-ish. We played outside and took a couple snowballs in the face. All in all, other than how greasy it got earlier, it's still hanging in there, although there's nothing left on my nose, which I can't fault the foundation for. Playing outside in cold weather causes you to have a runny nose, and then you wipe the nose and foundation comes off. So I'm thinking that the use of the hydrating primer under the matte foundation wasn't a good pairing, which is odd, because matte foundations are normally really good with hydrating primers. So I'm gonna try it with a couple other things I have and see if that helps. But it got really, really shiny for a matte finish foundation, and even though it's supposed to be like a velvet matte, it never really seemed very matte to begin with. It looked kind of just like skin-like and then turned into an oil slick, and it doesn't seem to really oxidize. It's still not a perfect shade. I think it was a little bit better earlier in the day, but now that it's been on for 13 hours, it seems to be a little bit more darker, at least in this light. Though it didn't seem to be bad up until now. But I have a lot more light going on right now, so that could just be a lighting thing. I also know when I move certain ways, there seems to be more shininess hanging out on my face than there usually is. I'm not an oily skin type, so that's a little bit unusual, especially in my cheek area. My cheek area was super, super oily earlier, and that's just a little bit odd. But all in all, it's not bad, but my feelings on it right now for a first impression is kind of meh. which for trying something new, feeling meh at the end of it is normally not a good sign. But I'll keep working with it and see what I can do, and we'll go from there. Alright, you guys have a good night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye.